TDS has 5 hardcore towers: Hacker, Accelerator, Engineer, Brawler, and finally, Necromancer. I'll be ranking these towers from S tier all the way down to F. Let's get right into it. Oh, but consider subscribing, it's free, and that's about it. It does really help me make more of these videos though. Starting off, we have the brand new tower, Hacker, coming in at an astronomical 5,500 gems. That is a big number. Price aside, this tower is pretty insane. Its base attack makes it shoot synapse beams onto enemies, dealing damage to multiple enemies at once, with it starting with 1 on level 0 and maxing out at 4 for the top half. This attack is quite underwhelming on the lower levels, but deals an impressive 555 damage per second when maxed. Now moving on to abilities. Hologram Tower. This allows you to temporarily clone towers with all of its stats for a lot of money. Now this ability is great and all, but paying 65 to 90% of a tower's cost to clone a tower for only a minute or so is a bit iffy. Instead of paying 90% for a temporary tower, why not just pay the extra 10% for a permanent tower? Logically, this makes the ability only truly worth it once you maxed out all your towers, which basically means the last 5 waves of most modes, if not less. Okay, bottom path lets you clone for 65% of the cost, but even then I'd rather just get a tower permanently instead, unless it's the last few waves. Useful, yeah, but only for the last few waves at best. Next ability, Unit Conversion. This is where the tower really shines. Once an enemy is defeated while Hacker is simultaneously damaging it, it'll be converted into an allied spawn. Now it does not convert 1-to-1, a 100,000 HP enemy will go to 32,000 HP with them using this funky formula to calculate it. Simply, big enemy give 30% HP, small enemy give 50% HP. Kind of like that. This deals the majority of Hacker's damage, as depending on the difficulty of the mode, its damage will significantly increase alongside it, as the higher difficulty enemies make it all the more tempting to use. Now, on top of all of that, it also has wire fraud. This allows you to gain up to 20% more cash from enemies defeated within the range of Hacker itself. This combined with DJ can have insane economic potential, with the DJ discount complementing this extremely well. Overall not game changing, but definitely adds to the tower's overall stats. Now the features really don't stop there. It also slows enemies' damages by 15 to 25%. Considering it can hit multiple enemies at once, this actually makes it quite good at delaying enemies as a support tower. Now do note, it can't actually slow bosses, it's not that strong, it's just there, you know. Overall, quite a powerful tower. However, it has one flaw. Placement limit. You can only place 2 of these, so it limits the damage by an extreme margin. Having more than 1 down also isn't that helpful, as its main source of damage, Unit Conversion, does not really benefit from having multiple Hackers. Now at face value, this tower might seem S tier, but honestly a lot of the tower strengths only appear on the more difficult mode, such as Polluted Wasteland mode. Come on, this is not really a tower you want to make use of multi-mode overall. I think that, okay fine, it goes into S tier. Following that, we have Necromancer. Personally one of my favorite towers, costing 2,250 gems. This tower has quite a few elements to it. It starts off with a shard-like attack that can pierce multiple enemies at once. This then transfers into attack alike to Hacker, where it damages up to 3 enemies in its range. This makes its base attack deal up to 440 DPS, which is pretty decent. This brings us to its spawns. As it deals damage, it converts it into graves that spawn on the path. You can then activate the graves with the ability, spawning various skelly boys on the path. You wanna meet them? Sure. This is Skeleton 1. He has 60 HP. He is quite expendable. Skeleton but with sword. He likes walks on the beat. Very expendable. Okay, skipping to Executioner Knight, this is the only skeleton I truly respect. 3500 HP, and he throws an axe. Like damn, this guy has my undying respect. This tower is a really solid all-rounder, with it having all 3 detections once you get it upgraded to level 2. Its range is also pretty insane. It starts off with 21 range and reaches 32 range at max. Overall, there's only one thing limiting this tower from being extremely strong, and that's its placement limit of 3. Sadly, I do think it deserves B tier. It's really fun to use though, trust me. Next we have Accelerator coming in at 2500 gems. Guys, I'm gonna be honest, this tower used to be awful until a recent buff. This tower has a charge up of 1.5 to 2.5 seconds before it starts dealing damage. As a result, it is somewhat vulnerable to speedy enemies, which by the time it's charged up, might have already gone out of range. It does make up for this however with a very high DPS of 364 at max, and fairly decent cost efficiency to go alongside it. Now as for detections, it has lead detection off the bat at level 0 and hidden detection early on level 1. It does however not have flying detection, which makes this tower a bit less versatile as a whole. Now as for abilities and stuff, well, yeah, Hacker might have a bullion. This tower, well, he just shoots stuff, and honestly I respect it. It's not much, but it's honest work. One of its strengths is definitely its placement limit of 8, which is the highest among all the hardcore towers. But it has one weakness: stuns. Whoa, my towers are dealing damage. They are dealing damage. Yup, some real damage going down right now. Oh, and not only that, it has another weakness too: flying detections. Those flyboyos, big nah-uh. You are die. Done. As long as you have another tower such as Ranger to cover flying enemies, this is just such a worth it tower. If not for its recent buff, I'd give it A tier, but I think it deserves S tier now. And then we have Brawler, coming in at a low 1,250 gems. This tower is simple yet effective. It has low range with it making use of its gauntlets, yet it has extremely high damage with each hit. And not only that, on level 2 it becomes capable of knocking enemies back on the path. This makes it not only a high damage tower, but also a support tower all in one. Its cheap placement cost of only 600 cash makes this an extremely strong tower for the early game, with it being able to clear waves with ease, especially when combined with the knockback ability. Now ability wise, level 3 it does get a reposition ability. Realistically, not too useful, but it's great for clearing any potential leaks without having to spend cash. This tower has the best cost efficiency of all the towers, with it only having two trade-offs. Firstly, its very short range makes it weak against speedy or strong enemies. This is not a problem on easy modes, but becomes pretty noticeable on modes such as hardcore. Secondly, it has a placement limit of 6. To be honest, it's not that bad, as a placement limit of 6 is about how much you'd want to place. However, it's still worth mentioning, I reckon. Overall, one of the best towers in the entire game. I'm giving it S+ tier. Following that, we have Engineer at 4,500 gems. This tower is definitely the most versatile, with it being able to damage all types of enemies in the game. Its base attack is a rebar launcher that deals okay damage at best, with it mainly being used to fill up its scrap bar. The scrap is used to build sentries that deal the majority of the tower's damage. Like, almost all of it. Basically all of it. As you upgrade Engineer to level 4, the sentries even get shields to block off annoying stuns. Those endgame waves where all your towers get spammed with stuns? Well, at the price of 4,500 gems, you can remove that. This makes it shine over towers like Accelerator, where they... well, yeah, you can see that they're not exactly dealing damage, are they? It also has extremely good cost efficiency, with it being among the best in the entire game. Although it's arguably slightly worse than Accelerator at the moment, it will be getting a buff soon after this video's out, so in expectation of that buff, although I'd say it doesn't exactly deserve S tier right now, it will definitely, with even a small buff, squeeze into S tier easily. I'm giving it S tier. As you can see, they're all pretty good, in my opinion. Thanks for watching. Maybe check this video out, or maybe not. I don't know. You do you.